Hello and welcome to what is today? Wednesday edition of Litter Media Live.
We just had this conversation.
I know we did. We were making a joke about the camel on the insurance commercial. What day is it? Well, we know. It's Wednesday. For whatever reason, I had Thursday in my mind. Good to have you with us here today as we start our Litter Media Live program, which we had planned on doing out at Zane Trace High School today, but things wrapped up earlier than we thought. So,
and then we had time to get back here.
Yeah, so we decided to...
Even though we're a little late.
Well, a little bit late, but Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel was at Zane Trace High School earlier today, talking with the kids from grades 3 through 8th grade about their eating habits, their exercising habits, and so on and so forth. It's the Jim Tressel Challenge that's been going on across Ohio, and stop number 50 took place out Kinnickinnick Way. So we've got some little footage we'll share with you from that. Had a chance to kind of chat with him a little bit, but he was supposed to talk with the media afterwards, but
ran a little long.
Yeah.
Had a meeting to get to with the governor, Mike DeWine.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. DeWine, to make that happen. But no, so he decided, you know what, the media was here already. Let's go ahead and take off. Yep. And fortunately, we got to do our jobs while it was going on, and it worked out okay. All right, coming up in a moment, we'll talk more about that in just a bit. But first, let's tell you about what's going on with our forecast today. Possibility of some rain for you this afternoon, and it's looked like that. And you can see the wind making its way coming up out of the southwest. I was walking head into that earlier today, and it might have been 50-some degrees outside, but it still felt like it was around 35 with that wind kicking up. But high temperatures today to reach around 63. Tomorrow, we're knocking on the door of 70. Is that not crazy?
That is pretty crazy. I'll take it, though.
Yes. But a chance of thunderstorms to go with that. And cooling down for the weekend, temperatures will be back into the 30s for us. But as you can see there, Friday, sunshine and temperatures in the 50s. I was on a project Monday, which was President's Day, and I was telling the student that was working with me at Western Schools, I said, I remember my junior year in high school, I was on the yearbook staff, and they gave us cameras, and they said, hey, no school tomorrow, let's just go out and shoot pictures. So we did, the old-fashioned way with film, and so went out, and the temperature was 75. It was a beautiful day on President's Day in the middle of February, 1978. And, of course, that's on the tail end of the blizzard that we had in 77. So, and the second blizzard in 78. Both those occurred, I believe, in January, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe we've got those warm temperatures is going to thaw all that snow off those trees right there.
I was just saying we need to get more photos. We just put this backdrop together, and we need to get some spring photos ready.
Yes. I noticed yesterday there still was a long line of snow that was still next to the trees that doesn't, it's all a shaded area. And but last night as I came home, I saw that a lot of that is melted away. So, but don't be surprised if you're like me. I live in a valley, so you're going to see snow probably into April. That'd be my guess. It's just residual snow. Coming up in a moment to look at news. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. Whether it be snow, whether it be rain, whether it be whatever the case may be that's impacting your living conditions in home, Accurate can fix you up. All you need to do is click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Tell them where they can find us.
Littermedia.com. It's that simple. Littermedia.com. And you'll see all of our platforms up in the upper right-hand corner right there. And you'll see that we've got a number of stories we've been working on. We've got the information for you on our website. We still had a few scores that had eluded us from the Haynes-Stoll Healthcare High School scoreboard. And you went to bed, and I got to bed late, and I forgot to check the score page before sleeping because I knew I had to get up early so we can get to Zane Trace.
Right.
But so at any rate, that's all caught up for you now as well. And the reason we had to get out to Zane Trace was because Coach was there, the senator. But he's now a lieutenant governor, but they called him the senator when he was at Ohio State. Of course, Jim Tressel with the Tressel Challenge brought to Zane Trace High School today. Had the opportunity, and there you see some of the kids working out. These challenges are things that, I don't know if you remember, well, you obviously don't remember. This was the 1980s when Ronald Reagan got Arnold Schwarzenegger involved and became the president's physical fitness guy. And so this goes along the same lines, only Coach Tressel is doing what he can to get kids to make healthy habits. And this is their 50th stop. Their first one was at Scioto Elementary, and Coach was telling me, he said, the first place we went to was to Tays Valley Schools. And I said, yeah, that's where I went to school. And I said, you went to my elementary? And he goes, really? I said, yeah, but my elementary is no longer, they tore that building down. It used to be the old Scioto High School. And we talked a lot about the connections with Chillicothe and things that he remembered. The one question I didn't ask him that I thought about asking was, when's the last time you drove a combine? He drove one at Ben Hartsock's farm. Tim, of course, his dad had a combine. They brought the football team down, and he said it was funny watching players who had never seen a pig before. They were running away from them like they were afraid of these pigs. It was hilarious. But that was back when Ben was playing football for the Buckeyes, and we talked a little bit about Drew Basil and everything too. But as we continued into this program, we talked with Ty Wertman, the superintendent for Zane Trace, to find out how it is that Tressel decided to come to Zane Trace. Here's how it happened. So talk about all the work that went into having something like this happen today.
Well, it's a funny story. I was at the BASA, the State Superintendent Conference in the fall, and Lieutenant Governor Tressel was there giving the speech on the program, and I messaged our elementary principal right away, and I thought, this sounds great. And she said, well, I'm glad you support it because I applied for it last week. She'd already applied grades 3 through 8, but elementary principal Kelly Congrove really worked her tail off to help organize the event. She put in a ton of extra hours and did a ton of decorating. And kind of logistically, we just helped her out wherever she needed things. But she did a lot of the legwork and was the point of contact with the Lieutenant Governor's office.
How did you soak it all in when you saw all the kids in place and saw Coach Tressel doing what he does?
Well, in education, there are a lot of tough days, but anytime you see the kids responding with this type of excitement as teachers and principals and counselors, like, it makes our job feel very rewarding. And today was certainly one of those days when we were feeding off of the student excitement.
Bo, who wore the Michigan shirt, was he a plant?
If so, we were not aware of it. So we had a few staff members that are diehard Michigan fans, and I know a couple of the principals talked with people and said, "Hey, you don't have to wear Ohio State stuff today, but if you could just not do the Michigan stuff." So I noticed several of those folks in the gymnasium that were Michigan fans, but they had on Zane Trace gear today, which was great.
I thought it was cool that the kid's name was Bo.
Yeah, no doubt. Not a plan on our end, though. I promise you that.
A banner day for Zane Trace, though, and as an administrator, this has got to be really huge for you to be able to say, "Look what we accomplished."
It is, and again, we kind of live in a day and an era when there's so much negativity out there, and it seems like public education is under attack a lot. But we're also very proud of some of the things that we're able to accomplish. And when you have a day like this and you can showcase some of the good that you bring into the schools, it's always a win-win situation for Zane Trace and Ross County and public education in general.
I know some of the kids have taken the challenge, some of the teachers probably personally, but district-wide, are you going to make this a...
I absolutely think, especially with the PE teachers involved, we have a staff wellness program, and I could see them adopting some of this. I know personally my daughters are going to be involved with it, and so I'll do everything I can to support them. If that's join in, I'd be happy to do so.
We'll have more coming up a little bit later on as well as we produce things. We were really close on our timeline to get the show up and running today, so we appreciate the invitation from Zane Trace to allow us to come in, and thank you to Ty Workman for making us feel like kings. It was amazing. They were arranging all kinds of stuff and everything, and for the governor to come into the board office and into the boardroom, and when he was done, he was done.
He never made that stop.
He kept on going to the Cadillac and said, "We'll see you."
So we got Krispy Kreme donuts.
Well, you got them. I didn't.
You didn't have one?
I didn't take time to.
Oh.
No.
I had a Krispy Kreme
You're a
donut.
starving young lad, and I'm just a old has-been. I probably should have laid off the Krispy Kreme because Coach was there with a fitness challenge.
That's true. Yeah. I did find that a little ironic.
Should have had you down there doing some planks like the kids were doing as well.
That's all right.
It was really neat.
It was neat.
Yeah.
In other news, the Assistance House of Ross County has announced their 2026 Board of Directors. These community leaders will oversee the organization's mission to provide emergency assistance and vital support services to residents throughout the region. The 2026 Executive Committee includes Laura Cochran as president, Gabe Brown as vice president, Julie Oates as treasurer, and Holly Lutzenheiser as secretary.
I think it's Laura Corcoran, by the way.
What did I say?
Cochran.
I meant to say Corcoran.
Yes.
The Assistance House remains a cornerstone of local support, offering help with essential needs such as utilities, rent, and emergency services. The new board officially assumed their duties effective January 1st of just this year. I can't speak this morning.
That's all right. You got up early.
I did.
Way early. Our friends at Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center talk about each February schools and communities across the United States observe Career and Technical Education Month, and a national celebration of the programs that equip students with the hands-on skills, industry credentials, and real-world experience they need to succeed in today's economy. This year, Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center in Chillicothe is proud to take part in that celebration, spotlighting the dozens of programs and thousands of students it serves across Ross and Pickaway counties. Pickaway Ross CTC has been committed to giving students hands-on learning for over 50 years now. Of course, they've made a lot of changes out there with the remodeling of the front, expansion of their building and everything that we walked you through last year. You can check it all out, and of course, this is a big month for them. Same for our friends at Pike County CTC that are participating with our advertising program here at Litter Media. Talked with Brittany Greenwald through text communication yesterday, and we're probably going to have someone in next week to talk about what's going on at Pickaway Ross to help celebrate this month for them.
Awesome. That's news.
That's news?
Yes.
And where can we find this news?
You can find it all on littermedia.com, as well as links to our social media pages like X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and Litter Media Radio.
Fantastic. Coming up, a look at sports next.
I didn't see what advertisement was playing next.
Oh.
But sports is next.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Now it's time to take a look at sports, which of course means it's time to take a look at the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard.
Yes.
And last night in men's basketball in the FAC, Chillicothe beat Washington 53-47. In the MSL Buckeye, it was Circleville and Logan Elm getting wins. And in the Shack, Fairfield beat North Adams 53-49. In the SOC 1, Portsmouth, Notre Dame, and Glenwood both got wins. In the SOC 2, Northwest beat South Gallia 37-33. In the SOC 3, it was Portsmouth West getting a win over Wheelersburg and Waverly beating Minford 41-29. Ironton was also a winner over Chesapeake in the OVC, and in the TVC, Ohio, it was Wellston beating Athens 50-43. In girls basketball, the only game we had last night was Lancaster beating Delaware Hayes 73-54.
What a raucous atmosphere last night at the Shoemaker Center up at Ohio University, Chillicothe. We were there for Hoops and Heroes and broadcasting the Ross County Christian Academy, New Hope Christian Academy ball game. I think it's been my favorite ball game this year.
I was only there for about a quarter of it, but it was electric, quarter I was there.
It certainly was. They did a great job putting it on, but the action was, I had trouble following it because it was happening so fast. And there was one series in which New Hope came down, they hit a 3-ball. Go right back in like 2 seconds. 1 pass, 2 pass, 3-pointer. Back the other way, 3-pointer. And it was like that almost the entire game. There was a couple of lead changes several times. And in the third, at halftime, New Hope found themselves down by 8 points. They came back and tied it at 40, then 46. And then Ross Christian Academy took a 54-48 lead at the end of the third quarter. Then they came back and tied it again at 67. I want to give him that. At 67 with less than a minute to go. And I'm like, are we going into overtime? Because it was just awesome. Jaden Beverly led the Eagles with 30 points, 31 points for Nathaniel Ames. Earlier this year, Isaac Kello got his 1,000th career point. Nathaniel Ames got his 1,000th career point. We talked to them at halftime. And then last night, going into the game, Nathaniel Clevenger was 4 points away from the 1,000-point mark, and he got it last night.
Lo and behold.
And I don't keep track of rebounds, but I know he had 7 in the first half. So he had to have had a double-double. It was incredible. He had 15 points on the night as well to go with that. So you can read the recap at lettermedia.com, and we might even, we've got the game available for you on demand. Just go to our podcast page, and that's go to lettermedia.com, and where it says sports, just click on it, and it'll drop down, and you'll see Litter Media Radio. You can listen to it right there on demand.
Perfect.
The Ohio State men got back in the winning track last night. They scored a 86-69 thumping of number 24 Wisconsin. And up next for the Buckeyes, they will head up to East Lansing to take on number 15 Michigan State on Sunday. Number 10 Ohio State women are on the road to number 23 Minnesota tonight, looking to bounce back from Sunday's loss. The Big Ten Network has the game tonight at 8 p.m.
And in the Olympics, the U.S. men's hockey team are set for a clash with the Canadians. They have to get past Sweden this afternoon, and then they'll drop the puck at 3:10 p.m. Eastern time.
And we're talking about Team Canada because you call them the Canadians, but the Montreal Canadiens is an NHL franchise.
We're talking about the Olympics.
Yes.
Team USA women faces Canada tomorrow afternoon for the gold medal, and that's at 1:10 p.m. I thought that said PT, so I was about to say, why'd you put this in Pacific time?
Oh, Pacific time? No, it's actually, there's an
It's Eastern.
It is. Again, he got up early this morning.
I did.
Coming up, this date in history, and it's National Day. What are they? We'll tell you before Dom Taberi does.
I don't know who that is. But let me tell you about Litter Quality
You
Propane.
don't know who Dom Taberi is?
I don't, but let me tell him about Litter Quality
He's been
Propane.
on Channel 10 Sports forever.
Maybe if I saw
40 years.
Custom tank colors and wraps. Find out how a propane tank can be beautiful at litterpropane.com.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Where'd Dan go? There he is.
I had to go off stage for a second. I apologize. Because it's time for this date in history. So I'll let you read it and I'll hold it.
Okay. Hold it and move your microphone. Okay. There we go. It was in the way. 1979. I don't know what it is about today, but I apologize. I'm not on my A game. I think it's the breakup of the routine. It's not the same as it usually is. Anyway.
You didn't have your morning coffee.
No, I didn't have my morning coffee. 1979. Snow falls in the Sahara Desert. This is the first recorded significant snowfall to occur in the Sahara. The next time this would happen was in 2016, and then again in 2018. So you go almost 40 years without a significant snowfall, and then it happens twice in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Snowman. Snow Joe. People couldn't hear me say that, so.
No, they couldn't.
Snowman and Snow Joe, speaking of the camel.
That camel looks a little woozy.
Well, you know.
He's probably not used to the cold weather.
Yeah, he's not used to seeing snow. He's like, what is this stuff? You ever seen a cat see snow for the first time?
Oh.
Been watching a lot of these videos that pop up on social media where people will get a 14-inch snowfall and the sliding door, they'll open it and the cat just jumps into it and then suddenly bounces back. They disappear into the snow and then magically say, this ain't for me. I'm getting back in the warm. Get me close to that fireplace over there.
Yes.
It's what national day?
It is Battery Day. Crab Stuffed Flounder Day. That sounds delicious right now because I'm starving.
Is that craft with a K?
Crab.
Oh, crab stuffed. I thought you said craft stuffed.
No.
Which would be a lot of cheese, I would think.
Kraft mac and cheese. Oh, that does not sound good. Drink Wine Day. And it's, of course, Ash Wednesday.
Aha, it is today. Because yesterday was Fat Tuesday, right?
It was.
Mm-hmm. And Mardi Gras, did you ever get all that figured out?
No, I didn't bother.
Okay. He's not.
I thought someone would tell me, but no one did.
See, that's the problem with today's generation. I want somebody to tell me.
I'd rather have, if I have a qualm, I'd rather someone give me an answer than have to Google it. I like human interaction. Sue me.
You also apparently don't like doing the work of research. Is that what you mean?
Well, if it's not important, then who cares?
Now, back in my day, if you didn't have a stack of Funkin' Wagnalls over there to go through, they were big before Encyclopedia Britannica was, you could get history from sitting on Grandpa's knee, but you never knew if that was history or not.
Right.
They call that revisionist history, I think. Well, as I see it,
yeah.
That's opinionated history, I suppose, in that regard. All right, that's it for today's program. We have gone off the rails here today. And coming up tomorrow, back at it again. I may take tomorrow off. We're not sure yet. I need to squeeze a day off in here because I've been working a lot at night.
I need to let my brain reset if you're doing that. Because if I'm doing the show tomorrow, we need me at my most mental capacity. I can't be like I am this morning.
So you're going to go get your extra long nap? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not a napper.
Not a napper?
I'll probably just go to bed early tonight. We'll see.
It lights out for him at 6 p.m.
No.
Yeah, right after that senior meal at 4:30. All right, coming up in just a bit, we will be back at it again. We'll have something on our Litter Media radio for you to enjoy, and we appreciate those that tuned in last night for the ball game, and you can find that now when you go on to our website, littermedia.com. For Aaron Glandon, I'm Dan Ramey. We'll see you tomorrow at another edition of Litter Media Live.